Alva stared at the heart, its once brilliant glow now reduced to a dim, uneven flicker. The pulsing light inside it looked weak, almost frightened. The shadows at the corridor entrance twisted and hissed, emboldened by the failing crystal. Tip clung to her coat. Please tell me touching the heart is just a metaphor, a poetic suggestion, a figure of speech. It is none of those, Eldrin said. She must touch it, with her light. Alva swallowed hard. Won't that? I don't know. Break it. Eldrin shook his head. The heart resonates with those it chooses, and it has shown your symbol. It will respond to you. Behind them, the shadows crept closer, their tendrils sliding along the floor like black vines. Every movement made the heart dim a little more. Alva stepped toward the glowing crystal. The air grew warmer the closer she came, but beneath it she felt something else, a trembling, almost like the heart itself was afraid. "What if I'm not strong enough?" she whispered. "Then we lose the realm," Tip said honestly. Then he added, softer, "But I think you're stronger than you know." Alva reached out her hand. A tremor shook the room. The shadows surged forward, but were stopped by a thin ring of light that burst from the heart and circled the chamber like a protective breath. Eldrin's eyes widened. "It's responding already." Alva's hand hovered inches from the crystal. The heat grew more intense, warm, but not burning, inviting. She touched it. The world pulled inward. Light rushed up her arm and into her chest. So fast she gasped for air. The chamber dissolved into a swirl of gold and white. Her knees buckled, but the light held her upright. Tip's distant voice echoed through the brightness. "Is this supposed to happen? Eldrin, why aren't you answering?" But Alva heard nothing except the strange, rhythmic pulse of the heart, echoing directly inside her. Then a voice, not spoken, but felt. "You are not yet ready." Alva's breath shook. Ready for what? The heart pulsed, weakly, to hold what must be restored. "I don't understand," she whispered. "You carry light, but it is fractured. You must find the pieces." The swirl of gold tightened around her. Images flashed, snowy paths, dark forests, lanterns flickering out one by one, the shadows creeping closer. Alva reached out blindly. "How do I fix it?" "Tell me how." The heart flickered. Seek what was lost, awaken what sleeps. What does that mean? But the brightness fractured. A crack of cold tore through the light. The shadow's whisper echoed in her mind, closer than ever. Tip's voice finally reached her. "Alva, the shadows are breaking through." The heart's light shattered like glass, and Alva was thrown back into the chamber. Alva hit the floor hard. The breath knocked from her lungs. The warm glow from the heart vanished instantly, replaced by cold shadows clawing across the chamber floor. Tip scrambled to her side. "Alva, you went white, like really white. Are you okay? Do you still have all your parts?" She tried to sit up. Her body trembled, still humming with the echo of the heart's voice. I don't know. It spoke to me." Eldrin knelt beside her. What did it say? Before she could answer, a sharp crack split through the air. The shadows at the entrance had merged into one towering form, its limbs stretching unnaturally toward the heart. Dark tendrils wrapped around the doorway, forcing their way inward. Tip squeaked. "It's evolving. I liked them better when they were short." Eldrin raised his staff, but the glow was weaker than ever. The heart's collapse gives it strength. We are running out of time. The shadow lunged. A jagged tendril shot across the floor toward Alva. She rolled aside just as it struck the stone, leaving behind a deep, smoking crack. Alva's pulse hammered. Eldrin! The heart said something about pieces, something lost. Eldrin froze. Pieces? It said I'm not ready, that my light is fractured. Another tendril slammed against Eldrin's shield. The force pushed him backward, boots scraping across the floor. It's stronger than before, he shouted. The heart flickered weakly overhead, each pulse dimmer than the last. The entire chamber groaned as if the magic holding it together was unraveling. Tip grabbed Alva's hand. Forget pieces. We need a whole glow. A big glow. I'm trying, she cried. She reached inside herself for the spark. It flickered, warm, familiar. But every time it grew, the shadow's pull tried to tear it away. The towering shape rose higher, nearly touching the chamber ceiling. It turned its faceless head toward Alva, sensing her struggling light. Eldrin shouted, It wants your magic. If it takes it, the heart will die. A cold tendril whipped toward her again. Alva threw up her hands instinctively. A burst of gold exploded from her palms. Not strong, not controlled, but enough to knock the tendril back a few feet. The shadow hissed, its form twisting violently. Tip cheered. Yes, that's the spirit. Do it again. Maybe bigger. But the spark dimmed quickly, exhaustion sweeping through her. Alva staggered. I can't hold it. It's too much. The shadow regrouped. Its mass thickened, swirling into a shape almost like a cloak, billowing in a storm. Then it reached both arms toward her. Eldrin stepped in front of her. Alva, run! But the moment he said it, the heart gave a weak, dying pulse. The door behind them slammed shut, and the shadow surged forward. The shadow's massive form surged toward them, filling the chamber like a collapsing storm. Eldrin thrust his staff forward, releasing a burst of gold that slowed the creature, but didn't stop it. Cracks split across the floor as darkness pushed closer. Tip grabbed Alva's sleeve. New plan, any plan, preferably one involving not dying. Alva's heartbeat thundered. She reached for her spark again. Nothing. Fear smothered it instantly. The shadow struck Eldrin's shield. The impact sent a shock wave through the room, knocking Tip off his feet and slamming Alva against the wall. Her vision blurred. Eldrin fell to one knee, pale and trembling. Alva, the heart chose you for a reason. You must rise. I'm trying, she cried. You must believe, he said, voice cracking. The shadow formed a long, spear-like tendril and hurled it toward them. Eldrin barely blocked it. The force shattered part of his shield and threw him backward. Tip screamed. Eldrin! He didn't get up. Alva crawled toward him, horror tightening her chest. Eldrin, please. His eyes fluttered open. Alva, listen. The heart's pieces. You must find them. Only then will your magic awaken fully. But I don't know where they are. You will, he whispered. It will guide you. The heart flickered weakly overhead, dimming further. The shadow loomed over them, raising both massive arms like wings of darkness, ready to descend. Tip stood in front of Alva, tiny arms out. No, she's not ready. You can't take her. The shadow ignored him. Alva shoved herself forward, grabbing Tip and pulling him close. I won't let it hurt you. Something sparked inside her chest, small but fierce. The shadow froze for half a second. Then It attacked. A tidal wave of darkness surged toward them. The chamber lights shattered. The ground trembled. Cold swallowed the air. Alva screamed as the shadow reached for her. And then something impossible happened. The heart flared, not with steady light, not with strength, but with a desperate, blinding burst. One final pulse. The explosion of white light filled the entire chamber, swallowing the shadows, the walls, everything. Alva felt herself lifted, weightless, as if pulled through a rushing current. Tip's voice echoed somewhere far away. "Alva, don't let go!" The light swallowed her completely, and the world vanished.